What's up, Ned?
Taylor, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you, man?
I am roasting in eastern Iowa right now, where the humidity I think is 1,000, and the moment you walk out, it's just pure sweat.
Oof. Yeah,
Uh,
humidity. So it's been a hot summer.
it
It's been
really
really
is.
hot everywhere.
Well, you and I were supposed to hang out at Rockfest, obviously some logistical stuff and whatever, but you obviously performed at Rockfest, so I got to see you up on stage. Was it very hot up there for you?
Of course, it was really hot up there,
God. Oh, I was,
but
I
it's
was,
supposed to be. Rock and roll.
right.
If you don't leave a rock show not covered in sweat, you didn't do it right.
See, that was one thing that was kind of a positive. I'm like, maybe we'll catch up with Taylor the next day. I'm like, because to be honest, she's just arriving. She's probably hanging out in her bus, and I've been out here for 3 days, showered very briefly, and I'm like, I don't really want to stink her out that quick. I mean, she just got here, so on a bright side, it worked out well for both of us.
All good. But also, I live on a bus with a bunch of boys. Like, I'm very used to it.
You know, a good point. I would just be one of the
The,
boys at
the
that.
road is not glamorous. It is
No.
not what people think it is.
No, absolutely not. So, of course, we have Taylor Momsen of the Pretty Reckless here on Rock 108, and very excited to have you. This is the second time I've talked to you, actually. The first time I talked to you way back in Wisconsin at a festival called Northern Invasion, if you
Yeah,
remember
yeah,
that festival at
I
all.
do.
Yeah, yeah, that was a good time, man, and that was still fun. And you're rocking out my bingo card for me because when I started in radio, 2007 or so, and I could say that you're an artist that's been with me since the beginning of my radio days when we started spinning. Heaven knows, so you've been with me since day one.
Amazing. I love that. That's
Yeah.
awesome. I mean, rock radio is like my favorite thing in the world, and I mean that genuinely because
Mm.
it's of all the things, it never gets old turning on the radio and hearing your song play. It's
Oh yeah.
like it's just the coolest thing in the world. So thank you for supporting us through all this time, man.
All this time. And one thing I got to point out too is that, even for us radio people, I mean, I started in radio, younger days, of course. Now I have gray hair, go figure. But I started
I
off
don't
in
see
the,
it, so I don't know what you're talking
so
about.
we're good. We're good. So I started off in the chicken suit. I remember that. And it is the definition of, I guess you could say, obviously you were way more successful out there playing in front of thousands upon thousands of people. But I like to use you and so many other bands out there as an example of if you just keep pushing, you'll eventually get out of the chicken suit and perform in front of the thousands of people.
This is true. I
Yeah.
mean, that's the thing with rock and roll, man. It's a grind, but that's the point.
The
You
grind.
know, it's a
Definition of the grind. That,
you
oh,
know, I
there goes
think
you. Oh, there you
I
go.
I think I think that's the point though. Like everyone, not everyone, but like a lot of I think the younger generation and stuff, like everyone wants easy success or easy whatever. And I think that they're all just looking at success wrong. Like the whole point is the journey. Like
Mhm.
from tiny van tours into tiny clubs with no showers, no anything, to stadiums with AC/DC, all of it is the point.
Yeah.
Like there, you know what I'm saying? Like it's the journey is that's what rock and roll is, and that's the point.
That's one thing I point out too is the fact that, like, I go and do these festivals, or we go do these festivals and whatnot, and it's like if nothing happens, if nothing comes of this, at least we had a good time doing it.
Exactly. And the point is the show is a good time and it genuinely doesn't matter how many people are there. Like
Yeah.
I have just as much fun in the rehearsal space with my band as I do on stage in front of an audience.
Oh, of
Like it's
course.
because playing is fun.
Yeah.
That's the if you don't love that the most, if that's not your whole intent and like reason for being, then you should probably do something else.
Hmm.
Because
Exactly.
everything else that comes with it, or maybe comes with it, or maybe doesn't, like that's just all stuff you have to deal with,
Right. Yeah.
Playing is that's the reward.
Then, and as long as we can all find value in that, we're rocking. We're having a good time at that
Exactly.
point. So you mentioned ACDC, of course, that being it's legendary ACDC. And I remember when I found out, and you posted on, I think, Instagram or Facebook or one of them about how grateful to be performing with ACDC. So when you got that call about the band now, hey, do you want to come on tour with us? What was your first initial reaction to that?
I thought it was a joke.
Oh, yeah.
I genuinely thought it was a joke. Because I've told the story, but I had called my agent previously and said, don't book us on any more tours. I'm done touring. We finished up our rock and roll. I'm going into the studio. I have a new record to record. Don't bother me.
Yeah.
And I said as a joke at the end of the phone call, unless like AC/DC or the Rolling Stones calls, don't pick up the phone. And like 2 weeks into the recording, we were on a roll. We had just started. It was going fantastic. My phone rings and it's my agent. And I go, why is he calling me?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
pick up and he goes, yeah, you're not going to believe this, but AC/DC just called. And I thought he was kidding. I thought he was playing a joke on me.
Mhm.
He was not. And then a week later, he called and said the Stones also called. Also thought it was a joke. He was
Ugh.
not. He was not
I-
kidding. So it was a bit of a manifestation on my end, I think, or something. Some weird cosmos kismet alignment or something. But that was my genuine reaction. I thought he was kidding, and when I found out he wasn't, it was, pure and utter excitement and
no.
slightly, and honestly, slightly terrified because I knew it meant we had to leave the studio, and
Yeah.
leaving the studio when you're on a roll is a very risky game.
Oh,
Um,
sure. Because can you come back to it essentially?
it,
Right?
it's yeah, because
Yeah.
it's kind of, the studio is like capturing lightning in a bottle, and when it's going well, you don't stop for anything. You don't
No.
stop for dinner. You don't stop. You barely break for coffee, just long enough to brew it and put it in a cup.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
leaving for months on end and completely switching mindsets to go back out on the road was nerve-wracking to me because I didn't know if we'd find that flow again, but we
It sure
did,
is.
and
Yeah.
it all worked out, and it's
No.
been one of the greatest experiences of my life. So, I'm
Yeah.
very, very fortunate and thankful, and it's all awesome.
Well, that being said, let's see if we can put another one out into the world there. I mean, it's hard to top AC/DC and
Right?
the Rolling
Pretty,
Stones. What
pretty
would you say
challenging.
would be the next? Let's try to see if we can put that out there. If the Pretty Reckless wants to tour with the next band, who is that going to be?
Oh gosh.
And
I
it could
don't
be
know.
anyone.
I genuinely don't know.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, we're going to India with the Foo Fighters, which
Hmm.
is going to be interesting. Never been to India, and there's some really good friends of mine. I think I've reached a point in my career where I kind of only want to tour with friends.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I either want to headline or I want to tour with people that I like really love.
Hmm.
Um, and it's a bizarre thing to say that AC/DC are really good friends of mine now. So, it goes
Throw
both
that in
ways.
the
Like, you
cap,
can make friends on tour also, but I'm looking forward to the Foos because they're really good friends of mine, and that'll
Yeah.
be a cool experience.
Speaking of Foo Fighters, you're going to be playing at the festival, Power to the People Festival, coming up here pretty soon. And obviously promoting the new album, of course, right now called Dear God. And Power to the People Festival. It's not the Pretty Reckless. It's just you, right?
Yeah,
Okay. What to expect at that performance?
you're gonna have to wait and see, man.
Oh, come on, man. I knew you were going to do that to me, Taylor. I knew
Yeah,
you
I
were
know.
going to
I'm sorry.
do it.
I am not at liberty to say just yet.
All right. Well, that's of course coming up here in 66 days, according to the website. So keep an eye out for that and go check out Taylor live right there. And I know we don't have a ton of time, so I'll just ask like two more little things. Your most recent video, let's just say, very spicy, very spicy
Yeah.
video. How do you get into the mindset of that kind of, let's just say, out there performance, essentially?
You're talking about Dear God?
No, I forgot.
Or are you
Hold
talking
on.
about When I Wake Up?
When I
It's
wake up. Thank
when
you.
you
Thank
say
you.
spicy, it really, you can take your pick.
That's true. Yeah, very true.
Um, when I wake up. Okay, well, when I wake up, first of all, if you haven't seen it, please go watch it because it's
Yes.
something I'm very, very proud of. It was shot in Los Angeles over the course of 2 days. Chris Acosta and I directed it. Um, it was, to me, I take videos super seriously. I
Yeah.
love the music video. And I love giving a visual representation of the song. And to me, When I Wake Up is a song, it's the song itself I'm very proud of because I think that it does all the things I want it to do with its intent. Like on first listen, it's very fun. It's a good time.
Right.
Um, which is what it's supposed to be. And then slightly under the surface, if you actually pay attention and listen to the lyrics and kind of absorb what it's actually saying,
Mhm.
it mirrors what I'm talking about. That right under that surface
Oh yeah.
is a whole bunch of darkness and it's being masked by a good time. And so I really wanted the video to reflect that of, this kind of a period of my life that was very much out of control and not sustainable, and using unhealthy habits and things outside of myself in order to kind of escape my own mind and mask all the dark things that were going on inside. And so the video mirrors that, where it starts off like a really fun evening and it just slowly goes downhill from there.
Yeah.
And so it had to be rated R, you know, it had
Sure.
to have that kind of brutal honesty that the song does and that I think this entire record does. And you can't hide from that. And so there was no way to make that. Unfortunately, you have to log in your age, or fortunately, depending on,
That's
how
cool,
you want to
man.
look at it.
That's one thing I think a lot of people connect with you on, especially in listening to the music, is that it's become so personal, and you being able to shell out your experiences and your feelings and all that kind of stuff, and that's why I think people connect so well with you in all these years at this point, which is very refreshing to see because there's such a huge music world as you've been part of it as long as you have, and
Yeah.
just finding that, especially with younger women or older women, whatever, and being able to connect on that level, I think is really cool.
Thank you. I try, I try to, I, I bare my soul in music because it's the way that I process my life. Like I do it for myself and then I share it. And it's
Yeah.
only until, and I don't think about it. I don't think about people hearing it. I don't think about the audience. I don't think about reaction. Like it doesn't even cross my mind
Yeah.
until release day. And then I go,
Right. And then it's like,
wow,
oh God.
all right, we're really doing this now. Here, we're in it. But I think that that's the point. I think that that's the point of music. It's supposed to make you think and feel and expand your mind and and evoke something in you that you don't even know you necessarily need or needed to feel. Like that's what all the records I love do for me. And it's the type of music that I pride myself in attempting to make.
Well, you're doing exceptionally well in it, and I always look forward to what's coming next from Taylor Momsen and the Pretty Reckless. So I can't wait to see what's happening next. Well, as we're obviously going to wrap up, I know you got more you got to do today. So is there anything you want fans to know, obviously, with the new record, new shows, tours, and all that buff stuff going on?
We are on tour. That's what I want you to know. We're on tour right now, and it's awesome. And we're headlining for the first time in a long time. And the show has taken on a life of its own that is incredibly fun and incredibly exciting. And we are having the time of our lives, which means you will too. So please come see a show because it's what it should be right now, and it's great.
Great. All right. Well, Taylor, thank you so much. You're still amazing and awesome as you are, and I will continue promoting you ever since I have since the beginning.
Oh, you're the man. Thank you so much. It's so good to see you.
You know, I'll see you next time.
Definitely. Have a good one.
Later.
Later.